Hey everyone, welcome to another review. Here's my review for the movie Loving. Yes, Loving stars Joel Edgerton, Ruth Negga, Shannon, and Nick Kroll. And this movie is written and directed by Nichols. Oh, I love Nichols. Nichols has made such movies as Shotgun Stories, Take Shelter, Mud, and this year's Midnight Special. Now he's got this movie, this possible Oscar contender film, Loving. This movie, Loving, takes place in 1967, and it's about Richard and Mildred Loving. And basically, this is about a story about a white man and a black woman, and they're married and they have kids, and basically they have to deal with a lawsuit about their marriage, because during this time it was illegal for a white person and a black person to be married. And basically they're married and they are starting a family and stuff, and basically they have to take this to court and fight for justice and fight for rights to fall in love with whoever you want and stuff. And this is all about rights, civil rights, about how anyone can fall in love with any different race, whether you're white or black or Asian. You can fall in love with anyone you want, and this is what this movie's about. This is an inspiring true story about this couple who love each other, but the world itself is telling them that they shouldn't be in love. They're saying they're in love, they're proud, and they're fighting for the rights, and about rights to whoever you want to fall in love with and stuff. And yeah, I was really excited to see this movie, Loving, and stuff. I was so curious to see a story about a couple, an interracial couple, fighting for the rights and stuff, and they're about to go to jail for being in love and being married. That's just freaking messed up, and that was the world we lived in years ago and stuff. And yeah, I really wanted to see this movie. One, it's written and directed by Nichols. I love Nichols. He has a perfect filmography so far, and this movie's story just seems so freaking interesting, and I love these actors and all these actors in this movie, so I was excited for this movie. I finally got to see it. This movie's really good. Loving is a really great movie. I can totally see this movie being an Oscar contender. I freaking loved it. I loved Loving. The performances in this movie are all really solid. Joel Edgerton, he was amazing in this year's Midnight Special, and he did a very good job in this movie, and his chemistry with Ruth Negga is fantastic. Ruth Negga had a real killer of a year, because she did Preacher this year. She was fantastic as Tulip in Preacher, and she's amazing in this movie. I have no doubt about it that she's going to get a Best Actress nomination. She is fantastic. I think she stole every scene she was in. She was amazing, and their chemistry together was fantastic. You love this couple. You're rooting for this couple. You want them to fight for this case and stuff. You just want them to just be happy and have a good family and stuff, and the way some people treat this couple is just sad and unpleasant. You just like fucking hate those people. And yeah, I just loved this couple. I loved their story, and I love how they fought for their rights and stuff, and they felt like a real couple. It was a very realistic and very subtle acting in this movie, and it just showed a real couple, and they felt like a real couple. And I think that's going to be the main problem with this movie, because some people are going to probably find this movie boring and dull and lifeless. No, the movie Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk, that's a dull and lifeless movie. This movie isn't. This movie is a very realistic, very subtle movie, and showing a real couple and what they had to deal with during this time and dealing with their marriage and stuff. And it was a really well told story. This movie was an extremely well executed and well directed film. Nichols did an amazing job. His writing is solid, his direction is solid. This entire movie is just so well done. Shannon's in this movie as well. He's really good. Nick Kroll is surprisingly good. Like, I've never seen Nick Kroll do a movie like this, and he was really good in this movie. And again, I love the story, I love the characters, and the performances were all really good. I could definitely see some Oscar nominations for Joel Edgerton and Ruth Negga, and Nichols for writing or direction. This movie is absolutely solid. That's all I really gotta say about Loving. It's just a really good movie. Are there some moments in this movie that don't work? Yes. There are some moments that go absolutely nowhere and stuff, and again, yeah, some people might be bored by this movie, but to be honest, I wasn't bored by this movie. I really enjoyed it. I loved this couple. I loved the story, and I was really excited to see this movie, and this movie did not disappoint, unlike Billy Lynn. Oh, that movie sucked. But anyways, this movie was really good. Is it as good as Midnight Special? Very different movie, but I actually liked Midnight Special a little bit more, but this movie was still really good, and I highly recommend the movie Loving. It's a great film. So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give the movie Loving an 8.4 out of 10. So yeah, please check this movie out. It is a really good movie. So yeah, that was my review for the movie Loving. So in the comment section below, please tell me, what is your favorite Jeff Nichols movie? I don't know if I asked that question before, but whatever. What is your favorite Jeff Nichols movie? My favorite is Mud, but what is your favorite? Comment below. Let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like, subscribe to this channel and join the dark side.